Good morning, students. In the last class, we covered AWT components and AWT controls and layout maintenance concept. In today's class, I am going to talk about swing concept. Okay, swings are mainly useful. So, swings are mainly useful to overcome the limitations of AWT. So, swings are mainly useful to overcome the limitations of AWT. Already we have seen AWT concept in the last classes. So, AWT provides number of GUI components and controls, but it has some problems. To overcome the limitations of AWT, we need swings concept in Java. So here Java Swing is a part of Java JFC. So here Java Swing is a part of JFC. JFC stands for Java Foundation Classes. So mainly swings are used to develop window-based applications. So there are two kinds of applications are there: window applications and web applications. Window applications, those applications could be executed on a computer. So it uses number of GUI components like test field, test area, next scroll bar, list, menu. It uses number of GUI components. Those applications could be executed on a particular computer. We can say as window applications. Next one, web applications. What is web application? That application could be executed with the help of internet. So we need some server. We can host our website on the server. So those applications simply we can say as web applications. Here swings are mainly useful to develop which kind of applications? Web applications. Window applications. Here swings are mainly used to develop window-based applications. So window-based applications. So it are very useful to develop window-based applications. So here swing is a class. Swing is a class it provides also number of GUI components. Those components are very flexible and most powerful components. So here Java Swing provides platform independent and lightweight components. Here Java Swing provides platform independent and lightweight components. So I will clarify you these points in the next slide. So here in Java, Swing is a class. That class is present in Java H.Swing package. Here X means extension. It is the parent package and Swing is the child package. Swing class provides number of classes like test field, test area, progress bar, JTable and color chooser, test field, test area, label, window, panel. Those all are the classes present in Swing package. Here Java H.Swing package provides classes for Java Swing API such as button, J test field, J button, J test field, J test area, J radio button, J checkbox, J menu, J color chooser, and so on. So here, what is the difference between AWT components and Swing component means? So we can just differentiate. We can use a letter called J. So in Swing components, J button. AWT components means button, test field, and test area. So we can just differentiate AWT components and Swing components. Just we can use a letter called J. So here J button, J test field, J test area. These all are the components of AWT or Swing components. How we can usually say? So these all are the AWT components and these all are the Swing components. So AWT components means without a letter called J. Swing components means so we have to differentiate. We have to differentiate AWT components and Swing components. Swing components first it should start with a letter called J. So it is Swing. So swings are mainly useful to develop window-based applications. So swings are used to overcome the limitations of AWT. So like AWT, it have number of problems are there. To overcome all these problems, we need swings concept. So mainly swings are used to develop window-based applications. So here next one, what is the, let us see differences between AWT and Swing. So here let us see what are the differences between AWT and Swing concept. Here first difference is, so AWT components are platform dependent. Just see what is the difference between AWT and Swing. I will differentiate what they are. So here first difference is AWT components are platform dependent. Already you know that platform dependent. Platform dependent means once we write a program in one operating system, that program would be working only that operating system only. Irrespective of the operating systems, our program would not that is called platform dependent. So compared to the swing's components are platform independent nature. Swing components are platform independent. What is platform independent? Already you know that. So we know that what is platform independent. Once we can write a program in one operating system, that program would be worked in any other operating systems. Irrespective of the operating systems, our program would be worked. That is platform independent. So here AWT components are platform dependent. Dependent means, so AWT components depending on the operating system. AWT components depends upon the operating system. AWT components depends upon the operating systems. Like in AWT, number of GUI components are there, like checkbox, test wheel, test area. These all are the GUI components. Let us take an example of checkbox. Let us take an example of checkbox. So what is checkbox? Checkbox means multiple selections. Checkbox is represented a small rectangular box. Checkbox is selected a small rectangular box. Initially it is deselected whenever you can press and we can pick and select when, then only checkbox is selected. So checkbox is represented a small rectangular box. Suppose here AWT components are depending on the operating system. AWT components are depending on the operating system. So those components depends upon corresponding operating system. Suppose here number of AWT components, like AWT provides several GUI components like test wheel, test area and so on. So let us take an example of checkbox. So it can be represented in small rectangular box. Suppose in a window operating system, it can be represented in small rectangular box. Suppose we may execute in any other operating systems like Unix. So the format will be changed. Therefore here the format will be changed to another operating system. So operating system to operating system, it could not be worked. So here the format will be changed to another operating system like Unix. So here Java Swing components are platform independent. So it could not depends upon the OS. So here platform independent means once we write a program in one operating system, that would be work in any other operating systems like Windows, Linux, Mac operating system or Unix operating system. Suppose we are, let us take an example of checkbox. So we can execute those checkbox GUI component in Windows operating system. The format is same. So and we can execute the same checkbox in Linux operating system. The format will be same. But here the major advantage of the Java programming language is irrespective of the operating systems, our code will be work. But here platform dependent means, so it depends upon the OS, it depends upon the operating system, So here one minor difference is there. Format here, let us take an example of checkbox. The shape will be changed one operating system to another operating system, one OS to another OS. But it is a swing components are platform independent. So let us take an example of checkbox GUI components. The same format will be displayed in Unix operating system, Linux operating system and Unix operating system. It is nothing but platform dependent and platform independent. Okay, so here swing AWT components are platform independent, swing components are platform independent. So coming to the second difference, what is another difference? What is another difference of AWT? AWT components are heavyweight. Swing components are lightweight. So AWT components are heavyweight. Swing components are lightweight. Already you know that AWT components are depending on the operating system. AWT components are depends upon the operating system. Suppose let us take an example of Windows operating system and Linux operating system. Every programming language, every operating system written in some programming language. Suppose here Windows operating system code has developed on C#.NET. So Windows operating system has developed on C#.NET and Linux operating system was developed on C programming language. Every operating system developed on some programming language. Suppose Windows operating system has developed on C#.NET. Here Linux operating system has developed on C programming language. Suppose here AWT components are heavyweight. So why AWT components are heavyweight? Because it depends upon the operating system. Suppose we can execute AWT components on Windows operating system. So So here AWT components depends upon the operating system native code. AWT components are depends upon the operating system native code. So here operating system is Windows. Suppose we can execute AWT components in Windows operating system. What is the native code of Windows operating system? C#.NET, because Windows operating system was written in C#.NET code. So here it depends upon the C#.NET. And so our AWT components are written in Java programming language. So it depends upon the two programming languages, operating system native code and their own programming language, because AWT components are written in Java programming language. That's why we can simply say AWT components are heavyweight. Next one, Swing components are lightweight. Why Swing components are lightweight? Because already you know that Swing components Swing does not depends upon the operating system. Swing does not depends upon the operating system. Platform independent means irrespective of the operating systems, that code would be work. Once we write a Java program in one OS, that program would be work in any other operating system like Windows, Linux, Mac operating system, or Unix operating system, Android operating system, or any other operating systems. So already you know that Swing does not depends upon the operating system. So that's why Swing components are lightweight. Lightweight means suppose we can execute Swing components in Windows operating system. So here Swing components does not depends upon the operating system native code. Only they can depends upon the Java programming language. Only that can depends upon the Java programming language. Swing components are written in Java programming language. Only Swing components are depends upon only one programming language, that is Java. So that's why Swing components are lightweight and AWT components are heavyweight. Once one more time. So I will explain. I will repeat once. So here AWT components are heavyweight. Heavyweight means, so here AWT components are depends upon the operating system. AWT components are depends upon the operating system. Like if suppose we can execute AWT components in Windows operating system. Every operating system has developing some programming language, but Windows operating system has developing some programming language, that is C#.NET. Suppose we are trying to execute AWT components in Windows operating system. Our AWT components has written in Java programming language, and it depends upon the operating system native code. Windows operating system native code C#.NET. So it depends upon the two programming language. That's why simply we can say AWT components are heavyweight and Swing components are lightweight. So coming to the another difference of AWT components. So AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. So here Swing components pluggable look and feel. So AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. Pluggable means doing some modification. Pluggable means modification. So here AWT components are depends upon the considerable operating systems. So here, that's why AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. So compared to Swing, AWT provides less number of GUI components and controls. So here it does not provide pluggable look and feel. Suppose we can do any modifications, it would not reflected into, and it will not reflected into a component. For example, one component is there, you are doing any modifications on that component, so it could not affect in any other operating systems like Linux and Unix operating system. That's why we can simply say AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. Pluggable means doing some modifications. If you are doing any modification in one component, that component will not reflect into any other operating systems. So next one, compared to the Swing. Coming to the Swing supports pluggable look and feel. Pluggable means doing some modifications. So if you are doing one modification in particular component, that will reflect to that would be executed in one operating system. Same that modification will be reflect to any operating system like Linux and Mac operating systems. That's why AWT does not support pluggable look and feel. Swing supports pluggable look and feel. So coming to the another difference of AWT. So AWT provides less components than Swing. AWT provides less components than Swing. So AWT provides number of GUI components and controls like button, label, test field, test area, scroll bar, list, menu, choice. These all are the components of AWT. So compared to the Swing, AWT provides less number of GUI components. So coming to the Swing. So Swing provides more powerful components. Swing provides more powerful components such as a tables, list. So AWT provides some GUI components. Swing also provides some GUI components. Compared to AWT, Swing provides more number of GUI components. So like text field, text area, table, scroll pans, color chooser, table pan, and progress bar. So these all are the components supported by Swing. So compared to the AWT, Swing provides number of GUI components. Swing is the extension of the AWT. That's why Swing is a package. The Swing is a class. The class is present in Java X. Java X means Java extension. Java extension. So it is extension of AWT. So it is Swing is an extension of AWT. So coming to the other difference of AWT. So AWT does not follow MVC. AWT does not follow MVC. M stands for model, V stands for view, C stands for control. So where model represents the data, here M stands for model, model represents the data. So view represents presentation. So and controller act as an interface between model and view. Controller act as interface between model and view. So AWT does not follow MVC architecture, model, view, controller architecture. So coming to the Swing follows MVC architecture. Swing follows model, view, control. But AWT does not follow model, view, controller architecture. So these all are the differences between AWT and Swing. So these all are 5 differences between AWT and Swing. So here what are the limitations of AWT? So coming to the all AWT points are limitations of AWT. These all are the drawbacks of AWT. Why we can use Swings concept? Why do we need Swings? So we have to create a components. So we have to develop some Windows applications. Already we have AWT. But why do we need Swings concept? Swing have some limitations. AWT have some drawbacks. AWT have some limitations. So in order to overcome all these problems, so we need which concept? Swing concept. Swings are extensions of AWT. So we need to overcome the limitations of AWT. So we have Swings concept. So AWT have some drawbacks. AWT have some drawbacks. So we have to overcome the drawbacks. So we have to overcome the drawbacks and limitations of AWT. We need Swings concept in Java. So compared to AWT, Swings provides number of GUI components. So it is more flexible. Swings are platform independent. So what are the key features? What are the key features of Swing means? So Java Swing components are platform independent. So these all are the features of the Swing. Java Swing components are platform independent. So Swing components are lightweight and Swing supports pluggable look and feel. Swing provides more powerful components such as tables, list, scroll pans, color choosers, table pans, and Swing follows MVC architecture. So these all are the key features of Swing concept and these all are the limitations of AWT. So these all are the problems, these all are the drawbacks and limitations of AWT. So these all are the features. These all are the features of Swing concept. These all are the features of Swing concept. So Swing is a Swings are mainly used to overcome the drawbacks of AWT. AWT provides number of GUI components. So AWT is a part of JFC. So mainly we can use Swings to develop window-based applications. These all are the differences between AWT and Swing. Yes, coming to the next one. So hierarchy of Java Swing classes. Already in the last classes we have seen AWT class hierarchy. So in this one we have to see a hierarchy of Java Swing classes. So what is the root class in Java hierarchy? Object is a root class. Object is a super class. Object is a base class for any class. So indirectly or directly, every Java class extends the object class. Object is the root class, object is the base class, object is the super class for every Java class. So in Java, every class is a part of a package. So here component is the topmost class in AWT hierarchy and swing hierarchy. So component is the topmost class in swing hierarchy. So container and J component, these two are derived classes, these two are subclasses. These two classes derived from component class. These two classes are derived from component class. So here J component is the subclass of component class. J component is the subclass of component class. J. What is the difference between AWT and swing means? So just we can use a letter called J. So why you have to differentiate these all are the AWT components and these all are the swing components. AWT means just component, label, test field, test area and so on. Swing means J component, just we have to use a letter called J label. Whenever compiler finds the J, then it will blindly creates a swing components. It will blindly creates a swing components. Here J component is the subclass of component. J label, J list, J table, J components, J slider, combo box, menu, these all are the subclasses. These all are the subclasses of J component class. What are the subclasses of J component? J label, J list, J table, J combo box, J slider, J menu, J button, these all are the subclasses of J component class. So container, what is a container? Container is a place. Container is a place where we can add the components and where we can remove the component. It is like a screen. We are placing the components and we are adding the components. We are removing the components. What are the containers available in swing? So window panel. These two are the subclasses derived from container. Next one, frame and dialog. These two are subclasses of window. Applet is the subclass of panel. By using these applet and frame, we can create a standard window. So we can place the components on particular window. So it is a class hierarchy of swing classes. So let us discuss one by one. Here let us see what are the methods present in component class. So here add method. So we have container class. We have to add the components and remove the components. So we can use container class. So where we can add, how we can add the components, by using which method we have to add the components, by using add. So here component is the class, it is applied as add. So where suppose we have to add button. So button component in the container. So we have to here component is a argument. It is applied as argument to the add method. So we have container. We can place in the components. But how we have to add the components on a container means by using which method, add method. So here add a component on another component. Next one, set size method. So we have to set height and width of the component. So we can use set size method. Next one, set layout method. Layout. So we have several layouts: border layout, grid layout, grid band layout, flow layout, border layout. So we have to set particular layout in our component. Then we can use set layout method. So next one, set visible method. So by default, once we can create a frame, it is in visible mode. Whenever we can call the set visible method, then only our frame is visible to us. So then which method will be helpful to set frame visible? So by using set visible method, it has boolean as argument. It is applied as set visible method. Boolean means true or false. Next one. So first component. Let us discuss the components. Let us see the components of swing class. First one is J label. Already you know that label. What is label? Label means single line text. Label means single line text which it displays. Labels are passive controls. Passive controls means interaction with the users. Interaction with the user is not possible. Label, just we have to read what is the label name. So we can't perform any operations by using label. Just take Gmail is an example. Enter your username, enter and password. These two are the labels. So as the application it changes, but as the user we can't change. We can't perform any operations by using label. Just we have to read what is the label name. Then we can't perform any operations. Users cannot do any operations on the labels. Labels are passive controls compared to any other components. Those all components are active controls because user interaction is possible. Suppose we have to move a cursor in one place to another place, one particular event is generated. But label no event could be generated because labels are passive class who controls interaction with the user is not possible by using labels. So here what are the methods? What are the constructors present in JLabel class? First one is a default constructor. So next one JLabel string is. So string is a class. The class is applied as an argument to the JLabel constructor. So we have to specify a particular test by using these constructor. Next one by using JLabel icon I. So by using these constructor we can specify a particular image. We can specify particular image. Specified image has a label. So these all are the constructors defined by JLabel class. Next one. So what are the methods present in JLabel class? So first one, get test method. So it returns the test of the string that a label displays. Next one, sometimes we want to set the test. Already existing test is available. So we need to change the test of the label. So by using these methods, set test method. So here string is a class, here test is a reference. So it defines the single line of test. This component will be displayed. So this it displays a single line of the test which it will be display. Next one, get icon. So icon, get icon. So it returns the graphic image that the label display. So it returns the graphic image that the label will be displayed. So here icon means so we have to set one image as a label. We have to set one image as a label. Then the situations. So these these constructors and methods will help us to set one image on a label. So coming to the program. So here let us see the program. Then my doubt will be clarified. So here first of all I am importing Java X.Swing package. Already you know that Swing package is present in Java X. So here Swing is a class. That class is present in which package? Java X. Swing is a package. Here Java X is a parent package. X means extension. Swing components are extensions of AWT. Here Java X means extension. It is a parent package. Swing is a child package. That the package is present in Java X. Here Swing.star means all classes. What are the classes and what are the interfaces present in Swing package? So those all classes would applicable in our program. Next one, public class label demo. So here what is our class name? Label demo. Next I am defining main method. Every program should start with execution from main method. Next one, I am creating the object of JFrame class. So here JFrame is a container. So JFrame is a container where you can place the components by using container. So container is the place. It is a container. So container is the place. So in this container, so minimize, just maximize, close. So in this container we are placing the components. Here we are placing the components. So JFrame is a class. It is a container. So we have number of containers are there like frame, applets, dialog, window. So frame is one of the controller. So it is one of the container. So where we can add the components. First of all, we have to create an object of JFrame class. JFrame F, here F is object name, new JFrame label example. So here label example is the title of the frame. Here label example, it is the title of the frame. So next one I am creating object of JLabel class. JLabel L equal to new JLabel welcome. So here what is our label? Welcome is a label. So it is test. So here we so in this previous slide we have seen constructors defined in JLabel class. Here welcome is the string. Welcome is the string. That string is applied as an argument of JLabel constructor. So here welcome is the label name. So here welcome is label name. So next one. So we have to set boundaries of these label. So by using set bounds method with the help of these object name, L dot set bounds. Here 70 is some x coordinate. 70 is y coordinate. Here 100 is some width of this label. So height of this label. So we have to set bounds of these label by using set bounds method. After that, once container is created, we have to add our components in container. By using which method we have to add the components on a container? Add method. So here f dot add. So frame is a container. So f dot add L. So we have to add our label component has a frame container. So in this statement we have to add our label component has frame container. So next one. So next we have to set the size of the frame. So we have to set the frame size. Here 300 and 400 height and width of the attributes. Next one, by default set layout. So in this program we don't want to set any layout of this program. By default it is a null. So by default once a frame is created, it will be invisible mode. So it will be false. Once we can create a set visible method, then only our frame is visible to us. So here f dot set visible true. By default it will be false. So here f dot set visible true. Next we have to close class body. Next we have to close class body and main method body. So here once we can compile and run this program, on the console it will be displaying on one container, that is frame. So what is our frame name label example? What is our frame name label example? So what is our label name welcome? So it will be displaying on some x coordinate, y coordinate and some height and width. It is a label. Just we have to read. So as a user we can't perform any operations. Just we have to read what is what. So what is the what? So then we can't perform any operations. As a user we can't do any operations by using label. So here labels are passive controls. User interaction is not possible using labels. So here label, welcome is a label. It will be displayed on some x coordinate, some xy coordinate, and it will be displaying on some height and width. So here we have to set frame height and width. Already we have set in our program. It is called label. Next one J button. So next component is J button. So already you know that button. Whenever a button is pressed, some event generated. Whenever a button is pressed, suppose I am going to press a OK button, I am going to press a submit button, an event generated. Which event generated? Whenever you can performing an operation of button, which event generated? Action event. Suppose here I am going to press a submit button, I am going to press a register button, one event generated, action event. So buttons. So here button have some constructor. First one is J button. It is a default constructor. So with no text and no icon. Next one J button string. So here it creates a button with a specified text. It creates a button with a specified text. Our test is which type? String type. Our test is which type? String type. So it creates a button with the specified text. Here string is a text. Next one, it creates a button with a specified icon object. So in this constructor that acts as icon as an argument. So it creates a button with a specified icon. Icon means any image. One image as a button, we have to set one image as a button. Then that situations we can call these constructor. Next one, what are the methods present in JButton class? Commonly used methods of JButton class. Here set test method. So this method accepts string as an argument. So it will create a string as a button. So it will create a specified test as a button. Then we can use set test method. Sometimes we want to know what is the test present in particular button, then we can use get test method. So next one, set enable. Sometimes we want to know our button is enabled or disabled. Other situations we can use set enable method. Next one, set icon. We can set one image as a button, then we can use set icon method. Sometimes we want to retrieve what is the image present in a button. So then the situations get icon method will help us. These all are the methods present in which class? JButton class. Okay. Next one. Here. So it is a button. So here register. So register is the button. Suppose I am going to press a register button. One event generated. It is the button. Already you know that buttons. If you press a OK button, if you press a submit button, then event generated. Suppose so we have two test fields. Enter A value. We have one test field. Next enter B value. We have another test field. Next one add. We have another test field. Suppose result is a button. So result is a button. Whenever I am pressing the result button, suppose at the time of runtime we can read A value, B value on the console 5 plus 6. Whenever I am pressing result button, one event generated. So 5 plus 6 added in 5 plus 6 means it is 11. So it can be stored in some variable. So add method it will be stored in 11 as a result. So whenever I am going to press any button, my event could be generated. Events are generated. Suppose I am going to press OK button, register button. So next one result button, events are generated. So coming to the next one. field. J test field is the swing component. J test field is the swing components. So here J test field. So actually test field means it is a AWT component. It allows only single line test. So here J test field means it is a GU. It is a swing component. It also allows a single line test. Single line test. So this class is present in which package? J test field, Java X dot swing package. In Java, every class is a part of package. J test field, it is a class. This class is present in Java X dot swing package. Here, so what are the constructors defined by the J test field class? First one is the default constructor. It creates a new test field. So next one, J test field string test. So it creates a new test field. So with the specified test only. Next one, J test field string test and int columns. So it creates a new test field initialization with specified number of columns. So here test means, so it creates a test field with specified test. Here columns is a argument that is applied as J test field constructor. It returns integer type. So it specifies, it initializes how many number of columns are there one particular test. These are the constructors. So commonly used constructors defined by swing class. Next one. So what are the methods? So what are the methods defined? What are the methods so defined in test field class? So here void add action listener. So add action listener is the method. It returns void type. Here action listener is the class. That class is applied as an argument to the add action listener. Here L is the reference of action listener. So it is used to add specified action listener to receive action events from this test field. So whenever test field, so suppose we can test field means single line test only. So initially it is empty. Suppose you have to read one character. The test will be changed to, so empty test will be changed to some test. So whenever we can perform these type of operations, action event could be generated. So one event generated that will be sent to the corresponding listener interface. Listeners are associated with interfaces. They can handle the events. So here this specified action listener receives the action event from specified test. So next one is get action. So it returns the action. So it returns the currently set action for this action event. So it returns currently set action for this action event source. Next one, set font. So it is used to set the current font. We have to set the font of the test field. So we can use set font method. So here font is a argument that is applied as set font method. Here F is the reference of font class. Next one, coming to the next one. Next one, J test area. So J test area. So the object J test area means it allows multiple line tests. So coming to the test field and test area, test field means it allows only single line test. Test area means it allows multiple lines of test. So J test fields and J test area, these two are the classes, these two are the GUI components present in swing package. Those all classes present in Java X dot swing package. Here the object of J test area class is a multi-line region that displays the test. So here what are the constructors present in J test area? So J test area, it creates a new test area that displays no test initially. So after that J test area string S, it creates a test area, it displays the specified test only. So coming to the next one. So J test area intro and int column. So we have to specify number of rows and columns. Then you can use J test area intro and int column constructor. After that, so J test area. Sometimes you want to mix test and number of rows and columns. Then those situations we can use this constructor J test area. So it have three arguments: specified test and rows and columns. Test is string type, rows and columns are integer type, data type. So it creates a test area with a specified number of rows and columns. It creates some specified test. So its number of rows and columns that displays specified test only. Next one, commonly used the methods of J test area. First one is set rows. So here rows is an argument that is applied as argument to the set rows method. It is used to set specified number of rows. This method is useful to set specified number of rows in a test area method. So next one, set columns. So this method is used to set specified number of columns. Next one, set font. So it is used to set specified number of font. Then you can use set font method. Here font is an argument that is applied to the set font method. F is the reference. After that, insert. Sometimes you want to insert one row in a particular position, one column in a particular position. Then that situation, the insert method will be helpful as it is used to insert the specified text on the specified position. So it is used to insert specified text on specified position. So which row we want to insert, which column we want to insert. Next after that, append. So it is used to append the given text to the end of the document. So it is used to append the given text to the end of the document. So we can use append method. These all are the methods defined in test area method. Let's